Today's lesson. It's a continuation of what I did on the first lesson with quadratics. The only difference on the one previous to this, I had a coefficient of 1. You see, now it will be a 4. The process is still the same, but it has a little bit of a difference. So here we go. Remember, it needs to be in this standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That one is not in that standard form, so I gotta put it there. Always the square goes first. So for m squared, the number with the letter. And then because this one's on the other side, I gotta move it the other way. So if I move it across the equal sign, it used to be negative, now it will be positive 27 equals 0. So I can do my x now. So like I said in the previous, it was a 1 here, 1 times this. Now it will be 4 times negative, well, 27, so it'll be like this. 4 times 27 will give you a total of 108. The one in the middle, what's in the bottom. I did this in the other lesson. So 108, I take all the multiples of 108. So remember, I'm just gonna do one more. 108 divided by 1 is just 1 times 108. If this one's not near this number, then skip it. It's not the answer. 108 divided by 2. So it'll be like what, 54? That one, not near that one. 108 divided by 3. 3 times 36. 36 is not close to my 21, so it doesn't work. You keep going until you find factors that will. The one that works, since you know what I'm doing now, and I did this in the previous lesson. 108 divided by 9. And it came out to be 9 and 12. If I add it, it gives me the 21 I'm looking for. And if you have my notes from the previous lesson, it says that when this one's positive and this one's negative, both of them are negative. So now I'll put them in the factor form. I'm talking about an m. N minus 9. N minus 12. But the difference from the first day is this. You gotta divide by the value of a here. What is the value of a? Well, let's look at the standard form. A, B, C. It's asking me for the value of a. So I'm gonna divide it by 4. At this moment, you go to Google and just search fraction simplifier. And look for something that will help you simplify those fractions. If it can be simplified, you simplify it. If it cannot be simplified, then just leave it alone. So again, search for that on Google. You type in -9/4 and you're gonna notice you cannot simplify it, so it stays the same. If you type -12 divided by 4, obviously, what's 12 divided by 4? It should be m minus 3. Again, that fraction, you gotta simplify it in a fraction simplifier. When it cannot be simplified, the number in the bottom moves forward. So my factors are for m minus the 9 that's on the top. And the other factor is just this one comes down. These are my factors. Those are my factors. These are my factors. Those two. That's what I'm going to be asking on my homework also. I need my solutions. My solutions come from this line. It's just the opposite of these. M equals the opposite of -9/4 is just positive 9/4. The opposite of -3, just 3. These are my solutions. Solutions, zeros, or roots. They are the same thing. That's how you do the homework for quadratic functions day 2. I'm going to do one more. Make sure you let it sink in. And the only way you can get this is if you practice. That was number 1. Let's go with number 2. Number 2. It's the same thing. I got to put them in place first. Ax squared, so the square comes first, which is 14r squared. Then the number with the letter. This one, I'm not moving it across the equal sign. I'm just rearranging it. So it will be plus 15r, and then the number, same thing. I didn't move it across the equal sign. I'm just rearranging it. Minus 9 equals 0. Do the x. 14 times negative 9. 14 times negative 9, negative 126. In the bottom is a number in the middle, 15. We start dividing it. 126 divided by 1. This one, if you added 27, if you subtracted 25, it won't work. 2 times, what, 63? This one's not even close to this one. 3 don't work. 4, it don't work. 5 don't work. 6 does. So if you divide 126 divided by 6, it will be 6 times 21. If I add it, it gives me 27. If I subtract it, the 15 I'm looking for. So 6. 21 go here. Well, remember the notes I gave you on the first day. If the top number is negative and the bottom number is positive, smaller number is negative. So I'm ready to put it on the form. That's why I didn't divide this. So my factor, I'm using an R. Minus 21. It says divide by the value of A. Well, the value of A comes from here. Value of A, 14. In this moment, you go to the fraction simplifier, go to Google, type fraction simplifier, and type in these fractions so I can simplify it for you. I wish I can teach you by hand, but it's going to be too much. So just go ahead and put it on Google. The answer for this one, R negative. Let me see how much it is. 3/7. Put that in your calculator. Put that in, in the fraction simplifier. It will come out to be that. The next one, R negative 3/2. Since these cannot be simplified, remember the number in the bottom was going to come to the front. So simply my factors for these will be 7R and then minus 3. The next one, 2R minus 3. These are my factors. These are my factors. So these are my factors. My solutions, remember, they come from this line. R equals the opposite of negative 3/7, positive 3/7. The opposite of negative 3/2, 3/2. Those are my solutions. Those are my roots. Those are my zeros. That's what needs to happen in my homework for quadratic functions, day number 2. Remember, you can always come for help, but this is as much as I can. All right, you guys take care of yourself and just finish my homework.